Might as well. Well, since it's the one on the wall, they can see it. I guess it's the one from the government. I know, I got it. There's no battery box. They get that one.
Crispy, just little squares. They put in the sounds or something. And the tomato was also very small, but it definitely has a tiny flavor. So it was almost like a flavor more than an ingredient. Because you could really tell it was in it. It's awesome.
Close enough for government work. All right, we'll call the meeting to order and welcome everyone here this evening. We are happy to have folks here, the families of two people we want to honor, and also Boy Scout Troop 524 from the Zebulon Baptist Church. We're glad to have you all with us this evening. Our first item is the approval of the agenda.
I move we approve the agenda.
Second.
All in favor? Motion carries. Public comment? I don't believe we had anyone for that. The consent agenda.
Make a motion we approve the consent agenda.
Second. Motion made, second. All in favor? And the motion carries. Okay, we have new business this evening. We have two resolutions to be adopted and presented by the board. I'm going to move around front for these. And hope this microphone can pick me up. Okay. The first resolution this evening is for a longtime friend, well, as are both, but a longtime friend of Zebulon and the board. But it is a resolution of appreciation to honor Roy L. Collins for his dedicated service to the town of Zebulon. Whereas Roy Collins was born and raised in Pine Tops, North Carolina, and whereas he chose to serve his country by enlisting in the U.S. Army, and whereas after being honorably discharged from the Army, he chose to go to college and earn his bachelor's degree from Fayetteville State University. And whereas he became a teacher in Wake County in 1962 and taught for 31 years until his retirement in 1993. Whereas Zebulon valued the leadership he gave the community and his dedication as a math teacher at Shepherd School in Vaden-Whitley. And whereas he was first elected to the Town Board of Commissioners in 1989 and served in that capacity for 20 years. And whereas he was known as a soft-spoken gentleman and an advocate for Zebulon community and its citizens. Whereas we feel a great loss and express our sincere sorrow at the passing of a former commissioner, Roy L. Collins. And now therefore be it resolved by the Board of Commissioners of the town of Zebulon that we recognize Roy L. Collins for his dedication and lasting contributions to the town of Zebulon, and whose memory we are proud to honor. And it is to be adopted first day of February 2016. I'll ask for a motion to adopt.
I'd like to make a motion that we adopt a resolution of appreciation for Roy L. Collins.
Second.
Made and second. Any comments or discussion? Not? All in favor? And I'll ask the family to come forward, and I'll be happy to present. All of you can come if you want to. That's your turn. We're going to get a picture right there. Let me do that. Okay. Thank you. Well, this has been a tough month for the town of Zebulon. we have another resolution of appreciation for someone very special to the town and also very close friends to all of us. Resolution of appreciation to honor William Avon Privet Jr. for his dedicated service to the town of Zebulon. Whereas Avon Privet was born and raised in the town of Zebulon, and whereas he graduated from Wakeland High School and UNC Chapel Hill, and whereas he was married to Debbie for 48 years and they chose to settle down and raise their 4 children in Zebulon, whereas he went on to become a business owner and well-known builder, winning many awards, whereas the Zebulon community was extremely important to Avon and therefore was active in the community as a member of the Zebulon Baptist Church, JC's, and the Chamber of Commerce, whereas Avon was appointed as a member of the Town of Zebulon Planning Board in 1974 and served for 42 years, and whereas his time as a member of the Planning Board, he served as chairman from 1985 until 2002. Whereas Avon had many interests, including music, writing fiction, duck hunting, and his love for baseball. And whereas, due to his love of baseball, he was involved in Five County Stadium being located on land that belonged to his family. And whereas the passing of Avon will be felt by many in this community in Wake County, now therefore be it resolved by the Board of Commissioners of the town of Zebulon that we recognize William Avon Privet Jr. for his dedication and lasting contributions to the town of Zebulon and its planning board, in whose memory we are proud to honor. Adopted again first day of February 2016, and I'll ask for a motion.
I move that we adopt a resolution to honor William Avon Privet.
Second. Motion made, second. Any comments or discussion? All in favor? And the motion carries unanimously. Again, if all of you'd like to come, it's your call. That's okay. Two truly valuable assets to the town of Zebulon. We appreciate their service and are saddened by their passing. Board comments? Lynn, I'll start with you. No comments?
Yeah, I'd like to make a comment in regards to the Public Works Department. I think they did an outstanding job in clearing our streets in this just little snowstorm or ice storm we had here. I know some of those guys spent a lot of time and a lot of nights on the road. So, yeah, good job.
Well, I'd like to, like Bob says, it's kind of been a sad week, sad couple of weeks to lose 2 good friends. Roy and I served on the Recreation Board years and years ago, and then in 1989 we were asked to run for this town council, and both of us ran. Actually, we ran together as a team. Roy Collins was truly a great friend of Zebulon, and many contributions that he gave to this town. And of course, Avon, well, we've been friends a long time. Avon he did a lot of good things for this town, loved this town, and our families were very close, and that camping trips and all kind of different things. So it's been a sad couple of weeks, and we all have a great deal to appreciate what these two gentlemen did for this community. Thanks all.
Thank you, Dale. The only comment that I have is to the Boy Scouts, we appreciate you coming this evening. This was an extremely short agenda. So what I've offered to do is to meet with you afterwards and talk about town government some. I thought we would go into the adjacent room. Y'all brought a nice crowd. So what we'll do is if you'll just move up to the front, once we adjourn, then I'll be happy to stay as short or as long as you would like to answer any questions and tell you a little bit about municipal government. Joe, manager's report?
Thank you, Mayor. Just a couple of announcements and one note of appreciation. First, I wanted to make the audience and the general public aware that our next work session is February 17th at 7 p.m. in this chambers. A couple of things that we're going to be talking about. The first thing has to do with recycling and sanitation. Waste Industries is the contract provider for those services. So they'll be making a presentation to the board about how the past year has gone and some trends that they're seeing not only in this community but in general. And in addition to that, we'll have a presentation that we'll bring to this board regarding the farmers market. As you know, the farmers market has been made possible and will be made possible for the next 2 years thanks to a generous grant from the John Rex Foundation. But given that that is just a 3-year grant and it's better to plan sooner rather than later, we're not only going to share with you how the past year has gone, but our strategy for next year and the next 3 years about how to make that market sustainable. The next announcement I wanted to make is on March 7th. That is the date of your regular council meeting. Just wanted to make this audience and the general public aware that we're going to be doing things a little bit different with the budget this year. And the first recognition of things being different will take place at this meeting on March 7th, where very much like the part of your agenda where you have public comment period, we're going to reserve time for what we're calling budget public input. So if anyone has a item that they would like to have considered, whether it be they'd like sidewalk in front of their street or they'd like a particular service, this is going to be a time for them to come front and center. It's also going to be a time that we have put out in our notices to the nonprofits that they can come forward and present to you and recognize some of the work that they do, and if they're going to be petitioning you for any of the funds that you all have available, which you consider during budget time. So wanted to make the general public aware that that is going to be a comment period, very much like your public comment period, but this is going to focus specifically on the budget request for the coming year. And then the last thing is just a note of appreciation. You may or may not have seen the town is a proud owner of some very unique picnic tables. There's a couple here on Town Hall campus. There's one at Gill Street. Those are the result of a generous contribution by Brandon and Amanda LaRoque. They are the owners of a building downtown that hosted the Chamber of Commerce holiday happenings this past Christmas. So very generous gift, and just wanted to recognize them. And if you're on Town Hall campus or when it gets warmer and you're out on Gill Street, please enjoy a picnic lunch on those tables. And that's all I have.
Thank you, Joe. I wanted to make one remark about the March 7th meeting. Unfortunately, as First Vice President of the North Carolina League of Municipalities, I will not be here. I'll be in Washington, D.C. at the National League of Cities, and it's just something that I'm obligated to do. So my apologies that I'll not be here. I think I've told you this before, and I appreciate your understanding. Okay, is there a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
A second? We're adjourned.
That would be a new record. What do you think, Lisa?